Today's both chanting were so meditative by Prem Bhaiya and Sumaji. Really very nice. It was really meditative.
Suma, you've done a wonderful job. Very good. And so did
Thank you,
Prem.
Brahmaraji.
Yeah.
It's all credit to you for.
Oh,
I was really amazed at the dedication with which you trained me.
oh, no. Like Nana said, it's all directed to Krishna, to Kitaya. So let's direct everything towards him.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So I was thinking in the last minute, because today it's 16 for all of us. So why not celebrate it today and finish all the singing today? And we can keep the shloka and the meanings for tomorrow. So we continue to celebrate even on his 16th. Yeah, very nice. Today, I'm glad, it was appropriate also that shloka talking about Satvika Karta, about the Dhriti, and what better Dhriti than his resolve to chant the Gita every day. And he's done it without a break, except on those days that he had mentioned, when a flurry of visitors or some travel was there, but he would make sure he would finish it. So that resolve of doing it every day, he would pick it up. Normally people will, step back, say, oh, 700 verses every day. How will I be able to do? Isn't it? But he did it very enthusiastically, and he does it. He continues to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's an inspiration for all of us. Even at this age, if he can do, we have.
Yeah. And he prioritizes that as uppermost. And like he said, yesterday, whole day, today, whole day for him. He was not able to chant because of whatever mishap happened at home. But the moment he touched the Gita, at his age, that the flurry of events he may have skipped the thing, but the moment he touched the Gita, it was like it gave him that little the message that, hey, you've not done chanting today. Like how I inadvertently not shared the screen. That has become my thing, but for him, it is the other way around. Yes, Vijayji, you're saying something.
No, I was saying many times the commitments we give ourselves, we might kind of take it easy. We sometimes think, I have only told myself it's okay, I can skip it. But I think the commitment given to ourselves should be the top priority, right? Only if we can honor our own commitments made to ourselves, then only we can expect commitments to be honored towards us, and also the commitments we make towards others. But I have seen that generally our own commitments we make to ourselves, we take it easy. Chalta hai, oh, nobody knows about it, fine if I miss what. But I think that is something we have to have, that strong resolve. No matter, nobody knows or whatever, it's commitment made to myself, right? That's the most important thing. But yeah, that's where I think from Nanaji, a lot to learn. Come what may, he does it. Though he knows it's being done for himself. And there is a tendency of taking it easy when you do it for yourself.
That is the Arjavam, no? So what you think in your mind, what you actually do, that integrity, the commitment, and this. So when we talk of the Sattvika, Rajasika, and Tamasika Kartas, maybe in any particular act, yes, you can classify. But then when you look, I'm talking of myself. When I look at myself, for some things I'm a Sattvika Karta, for some I'm a Rajasika, and then there are some that I'm a Tamasika Karta. So I'm actually a mix of all the three. It is not like it is only Sattvika. So I suppose this classification of the doer based on the guna is also dependent on the action, isn't it? It is not like you're 24/7 only a Satvika Karta because you've done the intention, of course, and the sadhana is to become a Satvika Karta in all your wakeful state.
Yes, Didi, I was thinking the same because in some of the things we are also tamasic. Some may be sattvic, some rajasic, and some tam.
Yeah. So
it goes back to the intention of our action, isn't it?
yeah.
Like feeling lazy is, oh, I don't want to do this. Because that's what you have taken a resolve not to do it. So you become a tamasic karta. So it is your intention that has made you tamasic. But in another situation, you may be rajasic because you have the desire to get something. So even if it is late in the night or you're not well, you will still go and do it. So then you become a rajasic karta because your intention was to get something, some desire fulfilled. Then, of course, we know the sattvika, where the intention is good for all. So I think all of us have these three states of kartas, just that the percentage may different from person to person.
Yeah. It might seem like it's a mixture. It is not like demarcated clearly, isn't it? Of course, what Bhagwan has said is demarcation, clear demarcation, Sattvika, Rajasika, and Tamasika. But our individual lives, there is a little mix and match, some admixture of all of this. I realized that we did not start with the Prarthana today. I will just chant once and then we'll continue our Manana. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Chaiva Tato Jayamudiraye. Jai Gurudev. Actually, for me, when I realized that we did not chant the Prarthana, and then I was thinking, am I attached to the chanting? Then I said, no, it is just a practice. We're just honoring it. So let's do it out of that rather than the attachment to, being compulsive about doing the chant. So therefore, with that awareness, we've done. We'll start from 26, I think, no? Mukta Sangor Anaham Vadi Dhrityutsaha Samanvitaha Siddhya Siddhyo Nirvikaraha Karta Satvika Uchyate. Mukta Sangaha, the one who is free from attachment. Anaham Vadi, one who has no egotism. Dhriti Utsaha Samanvitaha, the one who is endowed with resolve and enthusiasm. Siddhi Asiddhyo, in success and failure. Nirvikaraha, one who is unperturbed. Satvikaha Karta Uchyate, is called a Satvika Karta. The one who is free from attachment, who has no egotism, who is endowed with resolve and enthusiasm, and is unperturbed in success and failure, is called a Satvika doer. So the difference between egoism and egotism, egoism is the manas, buddhi, ahankara, the I-ness that each of us has that propels us to do whatever, the identification, that is the egoism, whereas egotism is the that you want others to recognize you, wanting attention, wanting praise, wanting you know, applause, all of that, that is egotism. Like he said, if you're 50 or 60%, but you want everybody to consider you that you're 100%. Like a show off, number one. And you want that, you want recognition, basically. The yearning for recognition. So one who does not have such a thing, and one who is endowed with resolve, dhriti, and enthusiasm, and is unperturbed in success and failure, is called a sattvika doer. Going back to Nana and his habits, he has so much of dhriti in whatever he does. If he takes up any job, for instance, he's like, there is some little repair of some, you know, maybe the water pump or some electrical work, something. Till that finishes, he will not take up anything else. He will not, even if it's past his lunchtime, he would just make sure he finishes that and then he does anything. And the same goes with reading books. If he picks up any book, until and unless he finishes that, he will not go to another. You know, sometimes we tend to skip and do other things. But for him, if he picked up, say, Mahabharata, he would just complete that. That has been there. That has been his trait. So he's such a sattvika doer in all that he does. And I guess that is why he's where he is right now. Ragi karma phala pretsyuhu lubdho himsatmako shuchihi harsha shokanvitah karta rajasah parikirtitah. Ragi, the one who has a predominance of raga, karma phala prepsuhu, one who has predominant desire for the result of action, lubdaha, greedy, himsat makaha, one whose nature is to hurt, ashuchihi, one who is not clean, harsha shoka anvitaha, one who is subject to elation and depression, rajasaha karta parikirtitaha, is called a rajasa karta. The one who has a predominance of raga and a predominant desire for the result of action, who is greedy, whose nature is to hurt, who is not clean, and who is subject to elation and depression, is called a rajasa doer. Any sharing on this? Anyone wants to share? I think being aware of these is the first step, because once you know, that is why I guess Bhagwan is enumerating what a Rajasa doer is, what a Tamasa doer is, so we can chisel out. Like Gurudev says, the moment you are aware, half the thing is done. You're halfway down to the goal. So the moment we are aware, at least these are the characteristics, and we remember this, then we can, out of that awareness, slowly upgrade ourselves. Ayukta prakrita sthabdaha Shato naishkritiko lasaha Vishadi dirgha sutri cha Karta tamasa uchyate. Ayuktaha, the one who is disturbed. Prakritaha, immature. Stabdaha, irreverent. Shataha, deceptive. Naishkritikaha, cruel. Alasaha, lazy. Vishadi, given to sadness. Dirgha sutricha, and a procrastinator. Tamasa karta uchyate is called a tamasa karta. The one who is disturbed, immature, irreverent, deceptive, cruel, lazy, given to sadness, and a procrastinator is called a tamasa doer. How often have we ourselves been procrastinating? No, it is again, it's a we have to calibrate ourselves, like Nana said yesterday, and then do recalibration so that we move up the ladder. In any aspect, it could be maybe going for a health check and you've been procrastinating it. You know you have to go and get a health check done. To take care of your body, you've got to do it. But you've been putting it off, saying, oh, I'll do it later, and that later never happens. So that is procrastination. And alasaha, with respect to anything, sadhana or reading or practicing, that alasaha, that the thought itself is enough. The thing is, you put it off because you prioritize everything else. And then that becomes, it goes down the bottom of the list. Am I audible to everyone? Anyone wants to share anything? So I was thinking, if this is where Nana stopped today, if any one of you has anything to share regarding these 3 verses, please go ahead. If not, I thought we'll do a little rehearsal of what we're going to do tomorrow. If all of you have done, prepared with your shlokas and your meaning, maybe we can just do a quick recap and then go to chapter 3. Yeah. Dr. Renu, you want to chant the Bhagavad Gita, the Bhajagovindam shloka?
Yes, Dr. Dharma, I want to.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah. I know you may have to leave early. That's why we said
yeah.
This.
Yes.
Yeah.
First, I will say to, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. What I want to start is from Guru Brahma. I just said, Nana, you are our Guru. So this is for you. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Paramabrahma, Tasmai Gurudeva Namah. Then I will say, Nana, you introduce me to Bhajagovinda, Atmabodha and Tattvabodha. This verses I am chanting for you. Pranayanam Pratyaharam Nitya Nitya Vivekavicharam Japya Sameta Samadhi Vidhanam Gurudhana Mahadgadhanam Bhaj Govindam Bhaj Govindam Govindam Bhaj Govindam. Happy birthday to our dear Nana. Thank you.
That was so wonderful, Dr. Renu. Very, very good. You know,
You
maybe
can give the meaning. Okay, if you can, somebody else can.
yeah, does anyone want to give the meaning to this shloka? The pranayamam pratyaharam. Dr. Renu, before you start chanting, I will just announce that this is what you're going to chant. So then everyone will be able to tune to it. Okay. So
Okay,
I will,
whatever you decide, whatever you want me to.
no, you go ahead. Before you chant, I will just tell them you're chanting shloka 30, right? 30 of Bhaja
Yes,
Govind.
yes.
Yeah.
But this 30 is only in Chennai, not in other.
Yeah, I think there are so many variations of
It's
versions.
I had hours searching for it, and
Ah,
I looked all over, and
oh,
finally then you told me that because I was looking in Shankaracharya, but
okay.
it is not in
I'm
Shankaracharya.
not aware because I've not gone to any other version, but through you I got to know that there are other versions. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is good. Okay.
Dr.
So is
Renu,
it
very,
okay?
beautiful.
Okay.
Perfect.
It
This
was
is
very
Thank
perfect.
you.
beautiful.
Very
Thank you.
beautiful.
Yeah.
The tune was also very nice.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. First time Bhajagopindam.
Wonderful. You
Very
have
melodious.
It was
Very
very
melodious.
clear, Dr. Renu.
Hello.
Very clear and very melodious voice you have.
Thank you for Nana anything.
and
Thank you.
you should also take a go at chanting the Bhagavad Gita.
Dr. Dharma, I don't have full tongue, so my tongue gets dry in 1 minute, like a
Okay.
wood. It becomes like a rope.
Right.
So
No
that
problem.
I will try. That's why I asked the question.
Even
I
one or
will
two
try.
shlokas, if it's possible, even one
Yes,
or two shlokas, go give it a go. Okay.
I will. Thank
One.
you. Thank you.
Very good. Yeah. Who else wants to? Sumaji, you want to go next? You wanted to chant.
Okay. Bhaja Govindam, Shloka 20.
Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita, Kinchita Gita, Ganga Jalalava Kanika Pita, Sakrutapiyena Murari Samarcha, Kriyate tasya yamena na charcha, Bhaja Govindam. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudamate. So the meaning is, even if a man reads a little from the Gita, just drinks a drop of water from the Ganga, worship Murari, Govinda, even just once, then he will have no altercation with Yama.
Wow, this is for me. It's one shloka. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And why I chose this is, it somehow connected me to my root in many, many ways. And I felt that just this one small shloka was so profound. So that's why I chose this. Thank you.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Yeah. Bela and Vijayji.
Brahmaraji, we need to share the screen tomorrow for our shloka.
What do you think? It'll be time consuming, I think, no?
Yeah, no.
Let it be spontaneous, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
share
Yeah.
screen.
Okay. That will be fine. That's very nice. Yeah.
So you're chanting what, Bela? So I will take the 13th shloka of Bhagavad Gita of chapter 12. Adveshta sarvabhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukha sukakshami. Actually, the 14th shloka also completes the whole the characteristics, features of a jnani. But I will just limit it to this first one shloka because for want of time. And I want to give the meaning of this. You can actually go to the PDF, do your own notes, and then. So these are the characteristics of a jnani being described by Bhagavan. He's not describing a karma yogi, but a jnani. Siddhasya lakshanani sadhakasya sadhanani. So the characteristics of a jnani become the sadhana goals for a sadhak. So because nature of Atma is fullness, Ananda, and the jnani who is a kritakritya. Kritakritya is the non-doer. He revels in Ananda, and therefore that love that modifies into other values like friendliness, compassion. So what are all the characteristics? Adveshta sarva bhutana. One who is free from hatred towards all beings. He sees, because he sees all creatures in himself, there is no hatred towards anyone. He also accepts people as they are, like how your right hand and your left hand are equal for you. So he has no distinction. He sees everyone in himself, as himself. So therefore he is Adveshta Sarva Bhutana. Second is Maitri. Mitrasya Bhavaha Maitri. Since he's so full of Ananda and love, he's naturally friendly with everyone. He bears no ill will towards anybody. He is not aloof, but friendly. His interactions with people invokes various aspects of your personality. So he does not also be averse to interacting with people. So whenever there is an opportunity or a situation where he's interacting with people, the only aspect is that he's very friendly. Third is Karuna. A jnani has compassion and can condone others' omissions and commissions. A sannyasi, when he takes to sannyasa, gives abhaya. He says, abhaya is nobody needs to fear him because he does not mean ill to anyone. He does not intend to hurt anyone. He always wants to do good, and helping becomes very natural to him. So he comes out of the space of compassion. And nirmamaha nirahankaraha. He's free from the sense of mind, and this sense of mind will not go unless ahankara also goes. Ahankara and mamakara actually support each other's existence. So he comes from the space of what will happen will happen. He trusts in himself and Ishvara and has that inner freedom. So he does not come from the sense of I-ness and minus. His vision is aham idam sarvam. Therefore, the individual I sense is gone. He has that belongingness with everybody. And then he is equal in sukha and dukkha. Sukha dukkhes, he does not depend on situations to be happy. That is, if he is, and he will have ups and downs, he does not get emotionally, he doesn't, his emotions don't swing up and down, even if he encounters pleasant or unpleasant situations. Because he is happiness himself. So there is no need, there is nothing else that can disturb his state of mind. And Kshama is, he's composed under all hostile conditions. He forbears and he's forgiving. Because he's ready for the worst, he's ready for death. So even if his body is injured, he understands that it is only his body. So he's very naturally accommodative. So these are all the lakshanas of a jnani that become the sadhana tools for a sadhak. This is only the first shloka. I think, yeah.
Didi, I will say 9th verse of Bhaj Govindam.
Okay.
Satsangatve nisangatvam nisangatve nirmohatvam nirmohatve nishchalatatvam nishchalatatve jivanamukti bhaj govindam bhaj govindam bhaj govindam mudhamate. And then I will read the meaning from here itself. Didi, is it okay?
Yeah, fine.
So
Perfect.
through the company of the good, there arises non-attachment. Through the non-attachment, there arises freedom from delusion. When there is freedom from delusion, there is immutable reality. On experiencing immutable reality, there comes the state of liberated in life. Thank you. Is this okay?
Perfect.
Thank you. Dr. Janga, would you next who will go first, second, third, so that they are prepared?
We'll put it up in the WhatsApp group. So once we, we'll do that.
So that we know the sequence.
No problem.
Hari Om Brahmaraji, I had put on the group that I was going to sing this, but no problem. This Bhaja Govindam 9 shloka. Yesterday I had put on the group.
You put it,
Yeah,
is it?
I will change, no problem. I'll say the another. I will choose, but right now I'm not prepared for other one. It's okay.
So sorry. I didn't see. Oh,
it's okay.
Is it okay, Dee, for you to prepare another one? Or should I look for another one?
No, I will look for another one. Don't worry. Okay. I will choose another one. I will put on the group, Brahmaraji.
Okay.
One side. Okay.
Done.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Didi, for helping me out. The beginners. Yeah.
So anyone else who's prepared can share now. Vijayji, you want to share? What you want to do?
I'm not prepared, but
Okay.
I know what I want to do. So I was contemplating on which verse from Bhagavad Gita. So I got the answer yesterday.
Okay.
Means Kitappa's message came. So I will prepare. Tomorrow I'll present. Okay.
Fine. No problem. Perfect.
Just maybe maximum 1 to 2 minutes or whatever, less than.
I think even mine also, I think it's going to 5 minutes. I'm going to shorten it. So each one gets 1 to 2 minutes max. So we don't want to make it too prolonged. So we'll make it short and sweet. So 2 minutes maximum each one. And if wherever possible, if you can say it in your own words, not necessary that you have to say it in your own words, but if you can, will be wonderful.
Hari Om, that's what I was going to tell, that instead of whatever we have understood, the same in our own language.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Dhanyavad.
Yeah. Jai Gurudev.
Yes.
First of all, I would like to appreciate Dr. Renuji. Her chanting tune was so perfect, so beautiful. And her pronunciation also very good. I just loved it. Thank God.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank Kittappa. That's all I can say. Yeah. And my shloka is this 15th chapter and 5th shloka, which brought me to this Gita, which got me attached to this Gita. That is, Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama dvandvair vimukta sukha dukha sanye gacchantya muda padam yayantat. This shloka was chanted by our Manikantanji, and Guruji took meditation on this shloka. So from that onwards, I got attached to Gita, and Nanaji put some more inputs in that. So Gita is now. Gita is. Jai
Very nice.
Gurudev.
Very nice. Right.
You're going to give the meaning also, please.
Sheilaji, are you going to give the meaning as well?
I don't think so.
Okay,
That will take a little more time.
that's fine.
It is okay. Tell
That's-
us now.
I don't know spontaneously what will come. But this is base. That through some meditation, I got this prem for Gita. I mean, the love for Gita.
Read the meaning from the Gita press thing for the shloka, since all of you are asking. Nirmana moha jitasanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha dvandvair vimukta sukha dukkha sangaihi gacchantya mudah padamavyayam tat. Those who are free from pride and delusion, who have conquered the evil of attachment and are in eternal union with God, whose cravings have altogether ceased, and who are completely immune from all pairs of opposites, going by the names of pleasure and pain, and are undeluded, attain that supreme immortal state. Gacchantya mudah padamavyayam tat. So that is the meaning. It is shloka 5, chapter 15.
Beautiful meaning, no?
Yeah, very beautiful. You know, every shloka that way is a gem in itself, no? Very, very profound.
Yeah,
So
it is very difficult to choose one shloka from Gita. Yeah, true, very true. Every time you go with go through some shloka, you get a different meaning and different state of, understanding.
Dr. Mara, are you also going to share something tomorrow?
Yeah, I missed whatever today session was. I said that first, the first sloka in Atma Bodh.
Yeah. So you want to chant that? Please go ahead. We're doing a rehearsal now because we just want.
I don't know. I just didn't prepare for it. But anyway, Tapo Shina Papanam Tapo Bihi China Papanam Santanam Vitaraginam Mumukshunam Apakshoyam Atmabodho Vibhidyate. No, Vididiyate.
Vidhiyate.
Yeah. Atmabodho Vidiyate.
Papanam Shantanam Vitaraginam Mumukshunam Apekshoyam. It's Apekshoyam Atmabodh Vidhiyate. Yeah, very good.
Yeah. I know I have to get the tune. I'll probably practice it.
Don't worry about the tune. You chant
Yeah.
in whatever you know, you chant. Don't worry
Yeah.
about the tune.
Yeah. Well,
Ramraji, can I also take one shloka?
Why not? It's open to everyone.
Yeah, it's chapter 2, shloka number 48.
Yeah. 1 minute, Simiji, 1 minute. I think Dr. Mara, you want to explain the shloka?
mm,
The meaning or the gist?
yeah,
Not
I
fit at
want to
anything.
listen to that, that video that, I don't know, Nana, the first video, maybe he said something about it. I wanted to collectively say something, but basically, to Adi Shankara, I know I need to put things together. I'll send it to you.
No problem. No
I'll
problem.
put it in a few
Take your-
lines.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No worries.
Yeah.
We thought we'll restrict it to about 2 minutes maximum per person so that it doesn't become too long and lengthy.
Yeah. It shouldn't. Yeah.
2 minutes.
Because this is, yeah.
Yeah, Simi, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying my best, Dee, to do it though a beginner. So I chose this word, verse, shloka 48, because I want to be in it and have that tranquility of mind and safeness. Yogastha karu karvani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samabhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Now the meaning. Now, if we remain steadfast in yoga, perform actions, abandoning attachments, remaining the same to success and failure alike, this evenness of mind is called yoga. Now, staying or abiding in yoga, being yogastha means enjoying this attitude of samatva. This evenness of mind with reference to both success, siddhi, and failure, asiddhi, is yoga. Now, Nanaji, I would like to sing one line for you. तुम जियो हजारों साल साल के दिन हो 50,000. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And thank you so much for imparting so much of profound knowledge. Thank you.
That's wonderful, Simiji. Very good. Yeah.
Jai Gurudev, Doctor.
Yes, that's me.
I like to chant that Atma Bodha, 8th sloka.
Okay.
I'll do it now.
Okay, please do.
Upadane agiladare jaganti paramesware sarvastiti layanti pudpudani varini. Is it okay?
Oh, beautiful, Lakshmi.
Thank you.
Very, very beautiful. Very nice.
I'll do it tomorrow. This one only.
Yes, no problem. Wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you so
Chanted
much.
very well.
Yeah.
Lakshmi is actually from Sri Lanka. She's our happiness course teacher in Bahrain. And she's one person who's so silently attending all the sessions. Very silently. Very good. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone else also wants to chant or say, Percy ji, do you want to share anything?
Jai Gurudev, the meaning also, please. Because
no,
nice
right
to
now I have not prepared.
Okay, no problem. See, anyone of you who is keen to do, we still have time till tomorrow. You please send me a message. I will send you the link to join the group. It's a small temporary group we've formed just to coordinate. We'll put up the order there and then accordingly we'll follow that order. So that's it. So let's go on to, you want the meaning?
anyone chanting from Tattva Bodha?
Yeah, I was thinking someone, it'll be nice to cover each text. We've done Atmabodh,
Yeah.
Vajagovindam,
And but it is too long,
Can
Brahmaraji. I would love to.
Which
Can
one?
I do the Narayana's, that sloka for the Tattvabodh? I like
Which
that
one?
one. Nara, then first
But
is
that Narayanam, yeah.
Tattvabodh
What is
song, the prayer song.
Vasudevendra Yogindram? Is that
Yeah,
what you're saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
Devendra Yogendra.
So instead of Tapobihi, you want to do that instead of the
No,
Atmabodh?
no, no. It's okay. I'll do the Tapobihi. I mean, if you guys,
Tapobihi, yeah.
I thought so too, Tattvabodh, but I don't know. But that was more
Yeah, do
like
both
a
then.
prayer song. That one was
If
like,
it comes within 2 minutes, you can do both. If you want to do
okay.
Tattvabodh starting verse and the
Sure,
Atmabodh verse.
I'll put in the timing and then see it
Yeah.
work out. Okay.
Bella, you
Mm.
wanted to say something?
Yeah, I was thinking from Tattva Bodha, Brahmaraji,
Ah.
sadhana, but it is becoming little longer. So only one question I can take and do that, because it is becoming little longer.
What is the
Sadhana
longer thing?
Sadhishtayam.
Sadhana Chatushtayam Kim, right? That is the one? Huh.
Yes.
Yeah, you can say all the four sadhana chatushtayam.
Yeah, let me see if I can condense it and say,
Yeah.
because the explanation is very long.
Huh.
So
Yeah, we don't need to say the whole thing, right? I mean,
just the gist will be fine.
What sadhana sadhishtayam is, that you can, I mean, if we elaborate on each one of those of sadhana sadhishtayam, then it will be longer.
It comes long. Even me, I have to condense it quite a bit. Yesterday, I was just making some notes from Swamiji's PDF, but I will just compress it. I'll make it shorten. Yeah.
I know. I
That's
thought of it too, but then I don't know. I had to think. I mean, there is like 3 lines only on the Atma Bodh of that sloka, but then let me look at it and then I will write it up.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's fine.
So what went on today? I mean, I kind of in and out. My grandson's birthday today. Yesterday, my husband and whole family is my daughter-in-law and brother. Everybody's birthday happens to be this week.
Oh,
So I just
celebrate.
had to quickly go to my grandson because he wanted to have birthday at home. So that's why.
No
So
problem.
anyway, I
All of them
I
happy
missed
birthday.
Nana's thing, and he was talking about his Gita practice and all that. So I
Correct.
wasn't sure what it was.
Anyway,
I'll listen to the tape.
Yeah, you listen to the YouTube. There's a lot that was shared there. Basically, the different kinds of kartas, Satvika, Rajasika, and Tamasika kartas. So 20 sloka 26 until 28 were discussed.
Okay. Okay, got it. Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
and then we had our lovely angels sing the birthday song, because it's 16 for us already on the other side of the globe. So we said we'll celebrate today, and we'll do the remaining celebration on your 16th. Your 16th tomorrow.
Oh, you had the birthday celebration for him today?
Yeah, a little bit we did, because all of us doing together tomorrow will become too long. Then Nana would not get out. So we said, okay, so the spur of the moment, we said we'll do half of it now. So only singing happened. No shloka and meaning happened. It was only singing.
Okay.
Okay. So where are we?
Yeah, when the message, I thought it was tomorrow, then I wasn't sure that, but anyway, it's fine.
Yeah, no, we're still doing it tomorrow. We're doing it tomorrow as well.
Okay.
Not to worry. So shall we go back to chapter 3? Giving up the doership. Doership does, however, go away in the wake of knowledge that I am Atma, Brahman, which is not the doer. This knowledge alone negates the doership in the Atma. Nothing else will do it. To think that surrendering is another way to reach God is certainly not correct. For how will you surrender the one who surrenders? You are still left with having to give up the doership. A relevant verse from the Mahabharata is as follows. Tyaja dharma madharmancha ubhe satyanrite tyaja ubhe satyanrite tyaktva yena tyajasi tat tyaja. Wow. Give up dharma and adharma. Give up the concept of real and unreal. Having given up the concept of real and unreal, give up that by which you give up. So beautiful this shloka is, no? Tyaja dharma madharmancha ubhe satyanrite tyaja ubhe satyanrite tyakva yena tyajasi tat tyaja. Give up dharma and adharma, right and wrong, good and bad. Go beyond them. Do not just give up the right and do the wrong. To give up the wrong and do the right is only the first stage. Give up the right also. The very concepts of right and wrong must be given up. All karma is to be given up. Both punya karma and papa karma have to be given up. And that giving up is what we call sannyasa. A sannyasi does not perform actions that will create papa, nor does he or she do actions for the sake of punya. Giving up both punya and papa karmas, the person becomes a monk, a renunciate. Having done this, all that is then done is in the form of inquiry, vichara, with reference to the person's concept of what is real and what is unreal. Eventually, these concepts also are given up. Suppose someone says that he or she has given up all concepts of reality, both empirical reality and subjective reality, meaning that the person no longer cares for the empirical world or for the false values he or she once had. The person no longer thinks that money or anything else is going to liberate him or her. In other words, he or she has become dispassionate towards everything that exists within the empirical reality we call the world. Having discovered this inner dispassion, the person now has the notion, I am a sannyasi, I am dispassionate. In other words, the person is still there in the form of the ego, ahankara, which says, I have given up everything. This ahankara also has to be given up, and this can only be done through knowledge. In fact, you do not give up the ahankara. How can you when you are the ahankara? Only in the wake of knowledge that you are not the ahankara does it go away, because it is not true. And along with the ahankara goes the doership and all actions too. By absence of doership and therefore all actions, it should not be construed that the one who has knowledge of the self will be like a stone, not performing any action. In spite of all actions, the jnani does not take the self to be a doer. For the jnani, the doer is the self, but the self is not the doer. In this sense, sarva karma sannyasa is the state of actionlessness, naishkarmya, in the form of knowledge. Thus, self-knowledge and naishkarmya are identical. The word naishkarmya is used because As long as karma is there, you are bound to whatever body you have at any given time and place. Even in dream, you have some kind of physical body of your own, albeit set up by your own thought. All bodies, ethereal, celestial, or corporeal, are all because of karma alone. Karma makes you identify with a particular body in order to go through the experiences that are the result of punya and papa, themselves the results of previous actions performed by you. As long as karma is there, samsara, life as we know it, is there. And as long as samsara is there, karma is there. Karma will remain as long as ignorance of oneself remains. You know, today when we were doing the different kartas, sattvika, rajasika, tamasika, this thought did occur to me that actually, Nana had actually mentioned the capacity to forget is also me. Apohanamcha. Bhagavan says, your capacity to forget is also me. So actually speaking, all the sattva, rajas, tamas, the kartas are also in him, isn't it? So there is no, since he runs in and through his creation, and these different kartas, karmas are all, say, part of the creation. Aren't they all part of him? So the answer to my question came here when this shloka from the Bhagavad, from Mahabharata, yeah, give up dharma and adharma, give up the concept of real and unreal. Having given up the concept, give up even that by which you give up. So the first step is to give up wrong and do the right thing. That is the first stage. So give up adharma and do dharmic things. But then you also give up dharma. That is the last step. And that happens with knowledge. That is when you realize that the self is, all that is happening is because of the self, and the self is a non-doer, then even that, then you have attained that non-doership.
Yeah, Hari Om. I think Bhagavan is saying in the later chapters, the Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mameka Kam Sharanam Gata. He's telling Arjuna, right? Leave everything and come to my shelter.
Correct. Which is true. But before, see, that is the final step. Before taking that reaching that final step, we have to kind of go through this. No, it's not like you can jump all this and go there.
Yeah, true.
If
that
there is
it's a stepwise. Yeah. Sopana.
Yeah, like the sopana is there. You can't say, oh, because real, unreal is there, is the same. There's no dharma, dharma. So why should I follow dharma? It does not matter. That becomes very an immature approach.
Self-convenient. We take for our convenience when we feel like leave, and I mean it's very, for grihasti it becomes very easy to accept, but it is not like that easy.
Yeah.
And I like the today's Nanaji's session when he said the ability to remember or to forget. I think to remember also it must be Kitab Pauni, right?
Yeah.
To remember wrong thing is not good. So to forget wrong thing and remember the sattvic thing, that also must be the grace of Kitappa.
Correct. Correct.
Because normally that only happens, as Gurudev also, our Gurudev says, no, that you forget the 10 compliments, but you remember that one criticism. But that tendency to forget and then to go ahead with again the same thing, so what, soham is there.
That is true. So otherwise it will be misusing knowledge. We are using knowledge as a shield to, to do whatever we want to. If you think,
Yeah,
you
justify our
misquote this.
wrongdoings.
Yeah,
Yes,
justify our wrongdoings, which is not right.
correct.
So when you have reached the stage of Gurudev for a Siddha, good, bad, right, wrong, actually has no meaning. But for all of us who are still yet to reach that state, we have to stick to the right things and not follow wrong things. So we have to, upgrade ourselves from being a tamasic, rajasic to a sattvic karta. And at a point that is why they say he's trigunatitaha, he's beyond the three gunas. Atma is, and that is what we all are. That is a sad point. But because of this habitual identification, we identify, like in Tattva Bodh, this aham kinchignaha, alpagnaha, aham dukhi, kintu aham sarvagnaha, sarvavyapi. That is what we are, but we don't realize that. We get bound in our own limitations. We want to remain in our shell when all the Vedanta, the clarion call of Vedanta is, hey, hello, you break open your shell, you are everything, but we want to stick up in our shell.
Yesterday, I was listening to a talk, and Dinesh and Bawar team, Dinesh was saying that after IIT, whenever they used to go to the ashram, they used to play a lot of mischief. Like after the puja, before the puja, they would hide all the spoons. So when these foreigners after puja would go for breakfast, they would not find any spoons. And then they would tell them that during puja days, you have to go eat with your fingers. And they would find it very difficult to eat with their fingers. And this kind of a lot of mischief this college students used to do, IITians. And then one day, some people went and complained to Guruji that these college boys are making a lot of mischief. And Gurudev said, in the ashram, everything happens under my instructions. So he took responsibility even for this college going people's mischief. Like, that was so like. Jai Gurudev.
Yeah, very nice. That is true. Thank you for sharing, Percy ji. Actionlessness is not giving up action. The word naishkarmya is important because the state of actionlessness, freedom from action, is identical with what is called moksha, which is self-knowledge, atma-jnana. It looks so simple. By doing nothing, you will gain the state of actionlessness and therefore moksha. But Krishna clearly stated here that the state of actionlessness is not accomplished by not doing karma. Thus, it is not as simplistic as one might think. We know that the state of action means to be active. It is natural, therefore, to think that what we have to do now is to be inactive in order to gain the state of actionlessness called moksha. Thus, the question arises, why perform all these actions? Arjuna asked Krishna the same question. Why should he perform action, let alone such a terrible action? He too thought that by giving up all his actions, he would gain the state of actionlessness, that is moksha. Here the question can be asked, how long should you be actionless in order to gain moksha? Half a second? 1 second? 2 seconds? How long? If actionlessness is moksha, should you be actionless for a long time? What is the determining factor? Since between two thoughts there is no action at all, should you not gain moksha before the second thought comes? Should you not therefore have gained moksha long ago? In fact, in between thoughts, you must be gaining moksha all the time. If this kind of actionlessness amounts to moksha, you would have gained it long ago. Another factor to consider is that it is not possible for you to be actionless. In fact, Krishna pointed out this in the next verse. Remaining actionless for a long time is itself an action. Remaining actionless for a long time is itself an action. Since sitting is an action, someone may say, I will not sit, I will lie down. Then I will be actionless. But lying down is also an action. What are you doing now? I am lying down. Thus, there is no way of gaining the state of actionlessness by not doing action. Someone may think that by not initiating any activity, he or she will gain the state of actionlessness, since the very act of beginning anything is to become active. The state of actionlessness is lost simply by starting an action. Thus, if an action is not started, perhaps the state of equilibrium, being not acting and acting, is actionlessness. If that state is not disturbed, moksha will not be disturbed. But if you begin any action, moksha will be disturbed. To correct this thinking, Krishna made it very clear here that by not starting any activity, you do not gain actionlessness, naishkarmya. This is very clear, no? Actionlessness is naishkarmya, but that does not mean not doing action, any activity is naishkarmya. Because not doing action also is a kind of action. Like he said, not doing activity, you're sitting. What are you doing? You're sitting. And you'll say, okay, I don't want to sit, I'll lie down. But even that lying down is an action. So there is no way you cannot act. There is some activity going on. So that is not the concept of actionlessness that Krishna wants to bring about. And that's exactly what Arjuna also asked. He said, why are you asking me to do this terrible action? When moksha is actionlessness, why are you asking me to do this action? Sannyasa does not guarantee moksha. Anyone wants to share?
Yeah, when I first did the Art of Living program, this knowledge hit me that you're responsible for your action and inaction or non-action. Till then, I used to think that if you refrain from acting, you're kind of okay. You're not doing bad action, at least. But when I did this course, September 2001, this was the knowledge that hit me, that you're responsible for your action and inaction. And here Guru Bhagavan says, no, that just by not doing an action, you don't become a naishkarmya. So fine. Wisdom is so fine.
Sannyasa does not guarantee moksha. It may also be said that sannyasa can be taken not because the person is afraid of performing actions, but simply as a vow that absolves the sannyasi from all of the commitments and obligations enjoined by the Veda. The Veda itself says that sannyasa can be taken, all activities can be given up in order to pursue knowledge. Krishna addressed this notion also, saying that by simply taking to sannyasa alone, one will not gain moksha. Just because a person has become a sannyasi does not mean that he or she has naishkarmya, because for this self-knowledge is required. Shankara made the same point in his commentary on this verse. Jnana nishta, otherwise called moksha, is not achieved by merely becoming a sannyasi, because karma yoga is also a means. In fact, without the karma yoga nishta, the sannyasa nishta is not possible. Only by karma yoga can you become a real sannyasi. Only then is there a choice between karma yoga and sannyasa. If you have gained a certain contemplativeness by a life of karma yoga, if your life is more or less adequate and you are satisfied with yourself, then you can sit with yourself. Only then can sannyasa be a means for you. Without karma yoga, this sannyasa is not possible, to say nothing of naishkarmya. Therefore, the mere taking of sannyasa does not amount to gaining moksha. So just by donning ochre robes, you don't gain moksha. Not performing action is also not naishkarmya. If not being a sannyasi, you do not do the karma that is to be done by you, it amounts to a dereliction of duty. It is not naishkarmya. If, however, you give up karma by taking sannyasa, you may think that the vows you have taken are enough to free you from all action. But they are not. You still have to gain knowledge. Therefore, actionlessness is not to be taken literally, as we shall see in the next verse. I think we'll stop here. Verse 5 will continue tomorrow. Okay. So very nicely, Swamiji is describing how just taking to sannyasa is not going to liberate you, how actionlessness is not amount to naishkarmya. Not acting, not doing any action is not actionless. Om loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om shanti shanti shanti. Om Tat Sat Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Gurudev and Hari Om.
Jai Gurudev. Which shloka was this that we finished today?
We finished 4. We are in chapter on shloka 5.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Jai Gurudev.